Hey YouTube, Infernity234 here, and today I'm starting a new series on this channel called Getting Better at Yu-Gi-Oh! What this is going to consist of is just different card rulings and game mechanics that people might still have some confusion about. I'm going to be giving you two different scenarios today over response windows and cards that you can and can't activate at certain points of the game. And I'm going to kind of go over in detail with that. I'm going to be giving you the first scenario right here, and I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so here's the first example I have for you. It is my opponent's turn, and they have a Constellar Omega on the field, and I have a Spellbook Magician, a Prophecy on my side of the field, and I have a Spellbook of Fate and Mirror Force set and two Spellbooks in my grave. My opponent proceeds to their battle phase, and then they declare an attack with Constellar Omega to Spellbook Magician of Prophecy. Now, I have a response window to Constellar Omega's attack. So, in response to Constellar Omega's attack, I activate Spellbook of Fate, and I banish two spellbooks. Then I ask my opponent if they have a response. They then proceed to chain Constellar Omega's effect to Spellbook of Fate. Now, since everything in this chain is responding to Constellar Omega's attack, I still have the activation window to activate Mirror Force. So then I will chain Mirror Force to Constellar Omega effect. Since I can activate Mirror Force, since the last thing to happen was Constellar Omega attacking, because everything building in this chain is in response to the initial attack declaration of Constellar Omega. So, the chain's going to resolve backwards. Mirror Force will resolve, and it'll destroy Constellar Omega. Constellar Omega's effect will attempt to resolve, and then Spellbook of Fate will resolve, and then I will flip Spellbook Magician of Prophecy face down. So, that's how the response window works. Everything that you chain in response to an action happening is in response to that initial activation. And that is the first example I have for you. The second I have for you is summon response windows. Now, this will cover what cards you can and can't activate when a monster is summoned. So, the example I have for you, say my opponent summons a Light and Darkness Dragon. Now, the first response window for summoning is the summon negation window. This is when you can activate cards such as Solemn Warning. So let's say I have Solemn Warning set, so I can activate it, and it would negate the summon of Light and Darkness Dragon to destroy it. So that's, an obvious one there. But let's say that my opponent summons Light and Darkness Dragon, and the summon negation window opens, and I have no response to it. So now the monster is successfully summoned. So now is when you can activate, you can respond with cards like Torrential Tribute or Bottomless Trap Hole. So the summon is successful, so then I proceed to activate Torrential Tribute in response to Light and Darkness Dragon summoning. Then Light and Darkness Dragon's effect will chain to that. And since the initial activation that you're responding to is the summon, you can then proceed to activate Bottomless Trap Hole as Chainlink 3, and Light and Darkness Dragon's effect is only a once per chain effect, so its effect will not chain to the Bottomless, so the chain will resolve backwards, so the Bottomless will resolve, and it will banish Light and Darkness Dragon, and then Light and Darkness Dragon's effect will resolve, and then Torrential Tribute will resolve. So let's just say that we do this in a different way. Say Light and Darkness Dragon is summoned, and then the negation response window is opened, and I have no response to that. So then I will go to the summon response and activate Torrential Tribute, and Light and Darkness Dragon's effect is activated, and then I try to chain onto that solemn warning. In this situation, you actually would not be able to activate solemn warning because solemn warning only negates the summon of a monster, and at this point, the summon of Light and Darkness Dragon was successful, so solemn warning cannot be activated. So that's the two response windows that you have with summoning. So I hope this kind of clears up any confusion that you would have with any of the responses. In any response, it doesn't have to be in Chain Link 1. It can be in any of the chains, like we learned. So, Light and Darkness Dragon Summon, Torrential Tribute, its effect will activate, and then you can still chain Bottomless, because everything is responding to the initial summoning of the monster. I'm not really the best at explaining things, but I hope that this was clear enough that you could follow and understand it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you have any requests for anything that you would like me to cover, just let me know in the comments below, and I will hopefully be able to help you out. So yeah guys, Infernity234, signing out.